Okay, so now I've got my round that I'm going to start putting the shells on. This is up to 36 stitches for the 6 to 12 month, but in the end, if you add the extra row, it'll be the 12 month to 3 years. So the first thing it says is to make chain 3, but I only chain 2. That's right on the same exact spot that you're getting done, that you're finishing up the 36th stitch right here. You can see that. And then you want to make a double crochet and chain 1, and then do 2 more double crochets. Okay, and then there's your shell right there. And then to continue on, you skip 2 stitches, which are the 2 stitches right after this one here, 1, 2, and then you go into this one and make another shell just like that. So you want to do 2 double crochets, a chain 1, and then 2 more double crochets to make your shell. And you continue this all the way around till you reach the end, skipping 2 and then going into the third one to make the shell. So I'm going to finish that up till we get to the end so I can show you where to put the stitches for the next round. And then after that you continue on putting the stitches in the same spot every time. So you can see I've got 3 on there right now. It's starting to make kind of like a doily like you had before, but it's not like a roughly doily. It's gonna start off kind of looking flat, but then it'll turn into something that looks more like a hat. Okay, this is the last shell. And now we're going to join the 2 together. I just normally go right into the top of this one of my chain 2 right here. So you want to just go in here or your chain 3, which will be what it is on the next one. You want to go into the last stitch of that one on top, and then just make a slip stitch and join the two together like that. Okay, and now we're at the top. I normally slip stitch over my 2 into where you're going to start crocheting your chain. I don't start here. I slip stitch over 1 like that, and then I start a chain in between the 2 double crochets. So you want to pull through there. There's 1 chain, 2 chain, 3 chain, and there's your 3 chains right there. And then you're going to start making another shell stitch here. So you want to only do 1 double crochet, and then your chain 1, and then 2 more double crochets like that. And that'll make a shell stitch, and where it sits is in between on the one that you did before, so you can see that there. And then you move on to the next one. To do the next one, you just go in between the next 2 right here. You don't want to go in this space right here. You want to go in this space over here. So you would skip 2 of these right here. You don't go into each one like this. You go into each grouping instead. So like this would be a grouping, and this would be a grouping, then this one would be a grouping. You want to go into the center of each grouping over here. So then you move on to the next one right here and do your pattern shell stitch here like this. And I'll go around this whole one too, so you can see what it looks like after this one's finished. And you just keep going like that until you make the desired amount of length you want for down her head, and then you put the edging on. Because I think that might be where you were making a mistake, maybe, was when you came up to do the second row or the third or fourth row, that maybe you were going into different spot, like the in-between spot, instead of in between the 2 that's on your shell stitch, because it makes it a little bit more round. It's going to look flat to begin with, but it'll end up starting to look like a hat after a couple rows. See how I'm not going to go in here, I'm going to go into the next one. Like I said, it's in between the 2 double crochets of your shell stitch.